Hello, everybody. It is Thursday. What did I do with my glasses? I didn't get my glasses now. Or did I? Oh, there's my glasses. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. How are you this Thursday evening? What is happening in your world? I'm here. I want to hear what you are grateful for. We are on both Facebook and YouTube tonight, so whichever works better for you, that is fine. Just switch over to one or the other. If the Facebook's having a problem, just switch over to YouTube. That's fine. We're broadcasting there as well. Try to get the link to the YouTube posted in the comments, which currently I am not seeing the comments. Let's see if I can. Oh, there they are. They started going. Hey, Adele and Dazzle, how are you this evening? Great to have you here. How is your Thursdays? How are things in Michigan? I hope everything is well. I hope everything is well tonight. It is great to have you all here tonight. Valerie, I am way more ish enough that I get Valerie and Abe live. I'm excited. Great to have you here tonight, guys. What are you all grateful for tonight? Tell me about your day. I had a good day, you know. It was nice. I had a very nice day. It's been a very hectic day, which is why I am late. I'll probably be late again tomorrow, but it's been a very hectic day. You know, it has been a good day. And I just looked at sale. I hadn't had a chance to look at sales all day, and I'm like, whoa, we had a good day. For Thursday in March, I'll take that. Let's put that in the bank. That made for a nice day. But what happened in your day? Oh, thank you. Cassandra posted the YouTube link. So if you have any problems with Facebook, you can switch right over to YouTube. Oh, high winds. Yeah, some of that's been coming through different areas. I saw some of the different storms and everything. It's been really nuts. Hey, Kelly, great to have you here live. So happy to have you here. How are things in Albuquerque tonight? Great to have you here. Where am I? I'm on a temporary set tonight. I won't be here tomorrow night. I'm on a temporary set tonight. But you know, I gotta mix things up every once in a while. This is the spot where I could go live tonight. It was I've had you know, it's been that kind of day. So very hectic but good. Absolutely gorgeous weather. Great 2 days of sales in Florida. I love hearing that, Pat, in the Peanut Gallery. That is so exciting. I am thrilled. I would do my little cheer. I guess I will do my little cheer. Boop, boop, boop. There's my little cheer for you, Pat. I am glad that you had a great day. It's two great days of sales. We certainly had one today. I was like, whoa, you know, got to get my Peanut Gallery something nice because, you know, we have good days of sales. That must be all her. You know, it is good to see people spending that stimulus money. People getting out and saying, "Ooh, the stimulus, let me spend it." And I am okay with that. I am okay with them spending it. I am okay with them spending it in my store, in your stores. That is what this is all about. That is what this is all about. Is we want them out there and we want them spending. You know, that is the name of the game here. Can't see what my eyes are. See, Cassandra's even taking credit for it. It is all her. All her. Well, good morning, everybody. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book because I've got you all here so late tonight. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. Tonight, if you're following along in the book, we are on page 16. Hey, Kitty, you're here just in time for the Good Morning, Good Night book. Great to have you here. I hope all is well with you in Illinois. In the Good Morning, Good Night book, tonight we're on page 16 to start us off tonight. Good morning. Give your time, give your heart, give your talent, give someone something new. It feels incredible. Boom, there is your good morning today. What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world as we start another trip? I mean, can you believe, thank you for humoring me the last couple days as I've been late. Or I guess yesterday I was really early because I knew I wasn't going to be able to be on anywhere close to on time. You wouldn't have liked how late I was yesterday. I was way past everybody's bedtime last night if I had done it live when I finally got freed up. But thank you for being more ish than 8 with me tonight. What's going on in the world? There's a bunch of stuff going on. Now that you ask, Walmart in a deal with Project Runway judge to oversee its elevated fashion brands. Walmart has brought on a well-known designer to help pump up its fashion credentials. They've hired Brandon Maxwell, who designs a high-end label sold in upscale stores, as creative director for its 2 elevated brands, Free Assembly and Scoop. Maxwell, who also serves on a judge on Project Runway, will be responsible for collection design and providing input into material selection, sourcing, and production. He'll also be involved in brand marketing initiatives and campaigns elevated for both brands. Oh, Kitty, congratulations on getting your first shot. That is awesome. Boom. We get to register in Connecticut starting tomorrow. We can try to find a spot starting tomorrow in Connecticut. Massachusetts on Monday for retail workers. So there's some. This is coming along. We are making progress. Hey, Ellen, great to see you here tonight. Great to have you with us live tonight. Great to have everybody here. Hang on a second. Consumer sentiment. The consumer, the ever important consumer, rises to its highest level in a year. Consumer spirits are getting a boost from the anticipation of the stimulus checks and a growing number of vaccinations. The initial reading of consumer sentiment rose to 83 in early March from 76.8 in February, according to an index produced by the University of Michigan. It's the index's highest level in a year. And they were widespread across all socioeconomic subgroups in all regions, although the largest monthly gains were concentrated among households in the bottom third of the income distribution. So people at the bottom are feeling good about the economy, as well as those 55 and older. This is very good for the economy. This is very good that people are feeling good, because when people feel good, regardless of their financial condition, they spend. All right, Rose, I'm proud of you. That is more important. It is more important to get the shot than to have your store open. I said so. I think that's awesome. And your customers will understand. Tell the story and they will understand. That is awesome. And it's worth the drive. Everybody in Florida seems to have to drive. I don't know why there are not shots available closer. I don't know I don't control distribution. They did not ask for my input in distribution. But I am thrilled that you're going to be able to get your first shot tomorrow, Rose. So I am pumped up about that. An Edgy menswear brand continues their expansion. How are they going to continue their expansion? Okay, I'm not hip enough to know what Psycho Bunny is, but they're going to expand in, I don't know, brick and mortar stores. Okay, I mean, brick and mortar stores is how the cult favorite menswear brand. I guess I'm really out of touch because I still don't know who they are. Psycho Bunny. That's what they look like. Psycho Bunny. It does look like a Psycho Bunny. They began their store expansion, started it in the fall of 2019 with openings in Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Hollywood, Florida. Last year, the company made its debut in California with 3 locations. They're also sold in Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, and other retailers. And they're opening in New Jersey at the end of the month. And they have more than 15 more stores on the way this year. Again, brick and mortar is where it's at, people. Brick and mortar, omni-channel. Okay, meet your customers where they are, and where do the guys with more money than they know what to do with want to meet their customers? They want to meet them in brick and mortar stores. That is where you have an advantage. Okay, you have an advantage with that, and you have an advantage of your supply chain. The supply chains are messed up. I mean, they are going. The big guys are not only, we've talked about the problems at the ports and how backed up the ports are with their supply chain, but there's also a huge problem. There's a huge problem going on with availability of trucks. Once you get it into port, you need trucks and truck drivers to get it where it's going. And that is a huge problem. None of you need that. Well, I could use a driver, but to drive things between my locations, but none of you need a port. You don't have to wait on the ship to unload. You don't have to wait for a trucker to truck it across the country. Your supply chain is local, and making sure your stores are appropriately filled right now is the time to really make hay and really convert customers, because you have what they want, and they can't get it other places. Cassandra, I mean, even just an example of supply chain issues, Cassandra was in Five Below the other day, and they had a complete wall bare, okay, because of supply chain issues, because they couldn't get the product in to fill it. So I can't stress enough how much of a competitive advantage you have during this time. And it's also people wanting to be good. It's the whole environmental side, and going green and being green, okay, which is just amazing, okay. We own that space. Don't give up that space. We own it. The resale industry owns that. Okay, that is something that you own and you can be with, and will help get you to the other side of this, because you're going to come in very, very strong with that. So it's going to make for really strong growth. Glasses again. I'm always putting things down, folks. I'm always putting things down. They say there are 3 retail lessons of COVID-19. The first is the 3 rules of inventory, and that's what I was just talking about: location, location, location. Okay, with what people are looking for and having it when they want it. Okay, this is like having the right clothes and having the right furniture. Okay, right now, and decor where people can't get it. Okay, is like you having toilet paper last March. If you were in the toilet paper business last month and you had supplies, you were a winner. If you had no supply, you had nothing to sell. But that's what people were buying: toilet paper and paper towels. Now that people can get out, they're buying things for their home. They're buying clothing. They are getting out and they are doing. So this is huge, people, and your opportunity to really lead in taking advantage of it. Another rule of retail is say goodbye to channels. For real this time. Omni-channel first reared its head as an industry buzzword about 10 years ago. And pundits have been predicting the end of this distinctly separated physical and digital channels in retail. The lines and channels have blurred since then, and COVID-19 has certainly been a catalyst to further that along, okay? And people want it. They want to be able to buy online and pick up in store. They want to have it shipped. They want to be able to come in and look at it. All of that. So, that's a complete omni-channel is a blur. Cash is no longer king, although long live cash. Concerns over the very remote possibility of virus transmission from handling cash, combined with increases in digital shopping, have knocked cash from its traditional position as king of retail payment. However, cash hasn't pulled a Harry and Meghan just yet. It's still part of the retail payment royalty. According to data from FIS, cash payments in the U.S. made up $1 trillion of in-store payments in 2020, down roughly 29% from $1.4 trillion in 2019. This survey predicts that cash will account for less than 10% of in-store payments by 2024. With in-store payments averaging around $5 trillion, less than 10% still equals close to $500 billion, hardly chump change. Okay, don't get rid of those cash stores yet. And you know, so they're saying cash is still going to become less important. The numbers that I track, and I track our payments by tender every month. While there was a dip in cash at one point, we are certainly seeing elevations in cash usage, especially as stimulus rocks out, as other things. People are spending cash. I mean, we are getting, equal or greater percentages than normal of our business still in cash. So we have not seen that kind of drop off. As we did last year. I think part of the number last year in in-store payments deals with the COVID, deals with buy online, pick up in store, so it's still counted as store payment. That's reflected in some of that, and I think some of that, I think we'll actually see a jump in cash this year. Yeah, there is definitely more cash out there right now. And I'm fine however you pay. I'm real good not giving the credit card companies any money. I'm fine with that. I have no problem not giving Visa and MasterCard a percentage of our sales. I'm happy to take that if that's what they got. But cash, I will happily take cash. Have you ever thought of selling the minutia of your day? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever looked at your day and say, should I have a brownie or ice cream for dessert? I'll let you decide. You can vote whether I should have a brownie or ice cream for dessert. It costs $5 per vote, okay? You can vote on the survey right now and decide what I have for dessert. A brownie or ice cream. And that may sound like silly and trivial, but that is what is happening out there. Have you ever wanted to control my life? A 15-year-old TikToker with a 3.3 million followers asked in a recent online video. He then asked his fans what game he should play with his friends, dodgeball or catch, and 78% chose dodgeballs. Fans also voted on what he should watch, what video games he should play, and what to name his pet hamster. These interactions are an example of how startups are making it easier for digital creators to monetize every aspect of their lives. One of those companies is New, where fans pay to vote in polls, like the dodgeball one. To determine 5 votes of dodgeball cost you $4.99. It doesn't matter how boring you think they are, someone's out there who would find your life interesting to the point they're willing to pay. Influencers are joining the platforms. I mean, I'm down with it. I mean, if you're going to pay to vote on ice cream or brownie and or both, like Sylvia just voted both, and I'm down with that. If you're willing to do that, at $4.99 for a set of 3 votes, I mean, I'll do what the poll says. Okay, I mean, I guess I could, if that's going to monetize my dessert choice. But that is how influencers are doing it. I am not an influencer. I am uninfluenced. But I found that, I read that, and I'm just like, oi. The good thing, if my father were alive, Adele, do you ever find yourself saying that? If your father was alive and he saw that people are paying for people to vote on what they eat, what game they play, or what thing? I mean, it's oy vey, I say. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. Our friends in Congress, our friends in the House have approved an extension to the PPP that would extend it through the end of May, okay, and give an additional 30 days beyond that for the SBA to complete application. Should they need more information? Should they need anything else? The bill passed by the House does not have things that people have asked for. People have asked for allowing calculation of loans to Schedule C filers, it does not include that. Of loans that have already been processed. It does not allow for recalculation. The other thing that people have been pushing for is a recalculation of the 25% down. There has been a push to recalculate it so that if you weren't 25% down in sales, but you were 10% down in sales and your expenses increased 15%, so you had a total between the two of 25%, that you'd be able to get a PPP, a second PPP. That is not in the House bill. Whether the Senate will make any changes to it, at this point, I kind of doubt it. I am expecting the Senate to pass it sort of as is. I am expecting this to pass, but it has not passed yet. So if you've not gotten a PPP or a second PPP, you should get your application in for that, because we are headed towards the end of the month. Bankers are advising to get applications in by Monday. Is one of the big pro tips on that, is to get your application in by Monday. But it does look, I gotta say, it does look fairly good that it will get extended. And part of the reason for the extension is because it hasn't reached all the people that it's intended to. And quite honestly, there's a lot of reasons to that. People are afraid of the forgiveness process. People are leery of some of the provisions. There's just a lot of reasons. They can't put together all the paperwork for it. There's a lot of reasons people haven't applied yet. Sometimes it's just simple procrastination, and I get it. I mean, we all have too much to do. So I really do understand that. But I can't stress enough, if you are eligible, that you should get one, a first or second. And if you had just gotten your first, you are eligible for a second during this window. So that is something to know about and something to discuss. If you have any questions about it, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to take them. But we do want to help you get that to keep your business going. And, in line with that, small business lending, which is something that is looked at. Small business lending, which I have talked about many times during this, is way off. Okay, small business lending is way off on business lending. Small business loan approval percentages in February, for example, increased slightly to 13.3% from 13.2% in January. When the same time last year, small business loan approvals from the big banks stood at 28.3%. So just under a third of loans, okay, were approved to small businesses, and before the pandemic, and now barely an eighth of loans are approved, as we're coming out of the pandemic. So there's not a lot of willingness to loan money to small businesses or to give money outside of the programs that are going on with both the PPP and the EIDL, which people are still eligible for the EIDL. Let's talk about the EIDL for a second. We do have a new SBA administrator has been approved by Congress. Isabel Guzman was confirmed by the Senate. She's a former California small business advocate, and she has worked with directly for the SBA in a lower position before. So she is familiar with it. Her family has small business roots. She should be a really good pick to lead the SBA during this time. The SBA has also extended initial payments on EIDL loans that were received during 2020. So if you received your SBA EIDL loan during 2020, you have 24 months till your first payment is due. 24 months on a loan that was issued in 2020. 18 months if your loan was issued in 2021. And if you have an SBA loan from anything previous, a previous disaster, anything from prior to 2020, they have added an additional 12 months of deferment on all those loans. So the SBA is doing what it can to help cash flow with small businesses, and we greatly appreciate that. Thank you to Administrator Guzman, who is now 18 of President Biden's PB's cabinet picks have been confirmed. 18 of 23 of his cabinet. So his cabinet is coming together, but part of that shows you guys, and I talked about this before inauguration, you know, it takes a lot of time to get these people through, okay, to get these nominees through the system, even, you know, in good times, okay? I mean, but, you know, you're 2 months past inauguration date, and he still doesn't have his full cabinet approved by the Senate. It is just something to have in mind and just be aware of, that there's still several positions without a nominee in place, but it is coming together. His cabinet is coming together, and the government is doing their job. I mean, what the SBA did with these deferrals, you can still make payments on your loans, you can still work on accumulated interest, etc. Again, I am advocating, because we're still really in the thick of this. You know, there's still, nothing is still certain yet. Okay, nothing is still certain. A lot of the decisions being made right now are political decisions, not health decisions that are being made by governors and such, that you don't pay if you have the ability. I know many of you have used idle funds and things and can't pay it all back right now. I'm not suggesting that you do. I'm suggesting people hang on to some money as insurance money, just because there's still a lot of unknown on the road ahead. And with bank approval rates, if you needed a loan from a bank, bank approval rates of less than 1 in 8, of right around 1 in 8, you may not be able to get one someplace else. So just keep that in mind as we move forward through this. It's important that you're aware of it, because that is, you know, an informed owner is a good owner. You know what else? This video and everything I talk about, goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. Noon, I tell you. Everything's on there. Any files that I reference, everything is right there, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell, ding ding, to know when a new one drops. Hey, Vina, when did you sneak in there? I am talking about the SBA EIDL loan itself, the economic injury disaster loan itself, Rose. The advance is automatically forgiven. So you don't have to worry about the EIDL advance. If you got the $10,000 advance or any portion of it, that's automatically forgiven. But if you took out an EIDL loan, the payments on that are now deferred for 24 months from the time you got it. If you got it in, let's say you got your EIDL loan on May 10th, normally your first payment would be due on if you got it on May 10th, 2020, your first payment would be due on May 1st, 2021. Now it's not going to be due till May 1st, 2022. Okay, so right there for you. But everything is over there on narts.org for you. Please share it with everybody in business. narts.org/resalestrong, so we can help everybody, butcher, baker, candlestick maker, get over the finish line. I am here every night at More 8th and Ish live in the Narts private Facebook group and broadcasting on YouTube. That's where you find me every night. Tomorrow, again, I will be way more ish than 8, but I will be here tomorrow night again. Saturday night, I should be more 8 than ish. So that is the plan with my schedule this week. It's kind of pulling me in a lot of different directions, but we're here for you every night. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program. Excuse me. If you were not here at the top of the program, we're on page 16. Good morning. Give your time. Give your heart. Give your talent. Give someone something new. It feels incredible. Our good night tonight is good night. Give your time. Give your heart. Give your service. Give someone something you made. It feels incredible. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. 4th of July party? Someone said we could have those. I'm not sure what kind of size we'll have, but hey, a party, people, a party. When we can party again, I know I'll be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8-10-ish, know that you, but most importantly you're not alone running this store. It's time for dessert, everybody. Have a great night. I think I'm supposed to have ice cream and a brownie. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.